Hi, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between that. I've crawled out from under that hole that's been holding me hostage for the past few months, weeks. It's been weeks. I don't know. I feel like I've been in Jumanji. It's been a hot minute since I've uploaded a video, but I came out of my cocoon, my resting phase, with one of the craziest, and I would argue one of the funniest stories to come out this year, which is shocking considering we share a year with the gay furry hackers and I can't say his name. I shouldn't say his name. I want to keep monetization on this video at least a teensy bit, but I know a lot of it's going to go away because we're talking about Alex Emmerich Jones, baby. Most of you probably already know about Alex Jones, which is probably why you've even clicked on this video, unless you were coming from my pretty face, which I appreciate it. But also, Alex Jones is America's reddest, angriest, and baldest political commentators, and he has been pretty big in the political scene for quite a long time, with videos dating all the way back to pre-9/11, where he somehow, kind of low-key, this one scares me a little bit, predicted it before it happened in July.
Threat like a bin Laden, who was a known CIA asset in the 80s, call the White House and tell them, we know the government's planning terrorism. We know Oklahoma City and World Trade Center was terrorism. We know the Joint Chiefs of Staff wanted to blow up airliners, Baltimore Sun. If you do it, we're going to blame you because we know who's up to it. Or if you let some terrorist group do it, like the World Trade Center, we know who to blame.
It was honestly just a big jumble of words, and a broken clock is right twice a day, but regardless, it was really interesting within the political space how he's able to point out government conspiracies, which honestly, to a certain point, I can kind of admire. I love pointing out when the government does evil things and being like, hey, evil government, you're doing evil things, don't do that, and they do nothing about it and then just make someone fall asleep in their sleep. Permanently for trying to create a water combustion engine. But regardless, Alex Jones recently lost literally everything that he owns in a lawsuit that's been taking the internet by storm for the past few years. And I wanted to talk about this first and flesh that out so you know all the lore, because then it makes sense when I get into the part where Alex Jones's news website was bought out by a satirical joke website. This is real, and I'm so excited to see what happens from it. But first, I'm going to flesh out the lawsuit. So let's dig into this one time where a bunch of parents banded together to sue that one guy who doesn't like homosexual frogs. There was this whole thing with Alex Jones relatively recently after there was a shooting at Sandy Hook, where Alex Jones was like, hey guys, you know that shooting that happened? And I think 20 kids were murdered and horribly in a completely unnecessary violent act. It's fake. The government did it. It's all a hoax. Which, by the way, if you're a parent who just lost your kid in one of these horrible events, would be something you might take as a bit of an attack. Maybe even a bit of a disrespectful thing to say. And Alex Jones ended up getting sued for $1.5 billion. Holy shit. That's 1.5 billion, but with a B, like booby. That's a lot of goddamn money. I will never see that much money in a single place in the entirety of my lifetime or 7 others. But regardless, it's an insane story. And as a little side note, I just want to show you something that I thought was so funny on the way that AP reported on this. Because if you go to their website, they for some reason put all of the images in order to perfectly display the stages of grief. Because it started with this image. Like, oh, he doesn't know. Does he know? Like, he doesn't know about it yet. Then we have denial. We have anger, we have bargaining, then depression, and then acceptance. I don't know why they did that, but it made me slap my knee. My knee was thoroughly patted on, and I hope yours might have gotten a bit of a tap too. And after that big bald man got sued for more money than Elon makes in 2 minutes, he had to sell a lot of stuff. He had to sell one of his ranches in Texas, his entire gun collection, as well as a few other various homes that he owns, because he owns multiple multi-million-dollar homes, are owned in past tense, because they're gone now. And another big hit that he took was his news show, InfoWars. And InfoWars is the big variable in this entire story. This is where things are going to take a bit of a turn, because it's his show that he uses to spout whatever random bullshit he can come up with on the fly, with some occasional facts, but most often he'll have things like Kanye as a guest talking about, I'm not letting it leave my mouth. Let the boy Kanye say it.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
He made graduation, what can I say? It is a fair take to come from Kanye's mouth, considering the only oxygen that enters his brain is through the oxide part of nitrous oxide. He's a galaxy gas fiend, and I can respect the grind. But, of course, Alex Jones' show InfoWars is the main focus here. So let's move away from Kanye. He can go and huff some Kamala Harris-themed nitrous oxide in the corner. But InfoWars. You know, he spouts things like the frogs being gay.
Shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Or that time that he was talking about, like, interdimensional demons that are coming to run the government, which it confuses me. Are they aliens or are they demons? I don't know.
This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with.
To be fair, I don't think he knows either, really. And even to this modern day, this is the day that is right now, the modern one. I don't know why I said modern. Even to this day, if you go to the InfoWars website, you get this really funny screen that says there's no InfoWars website, lol. And so, of course, RIP, rest in piss boy. There's that plot. Let's wrap that up really quickly. That was the A plot, and we're going to come over to the B plot now, which is going to convene right at the very end, like a South Park episode, to all make sense. And then the big laugh will happen. So hold your laughs for now. But there is the B plot now, which is The Onion. And The Onion is one of my favorite, like, news sources. It isn't necessarily, I say news source extremely lightly because it doesn't actually write real articles. It writes satirical articles. It writes articles that are kind of like based off of reality, but are mostly, if not completely, hyperbole and not real. I like some of the articles they wrote on their website. There was one that I highlighted talking about how piss-soaked Tucker Carlson claims Demon urinated on him while he slept, which I didn't know Tucker was into that kind of thing, but you know what? I can't judge. As well as the other article I liked that said NASA discovers potential life on Mars after giant eyeball in the middle of the planet looks directly into telescope. Now, I don't know about you guys, I'm not no NASA enthusiast, but that seems like a telltale sign that something is over there. But then recently there was a new drop. A new article came down that was actually given to me in my video ideas channel on my Discord server from, give me a minute. Okay, detect language and... So I received an article from Doo-Doo Shit-Ass talking about the fact that The Onion and InfoWars might have gotten into a bit of a debacle recently. One news source that prides itself on misinformation decided to get into a bit of a beef with another news source that prides itself on information ? And this ended in the way that I think is the most beautiful. The Onion dropped an article on their website called "Here's Why I Decided to Buy InfoWars." They decided to acquire InfoWars in a bankruptcy auction, considering he has no money and also is in debt because he is an idiot and decided to say that a shooting was fake. But let's give a quick read to this article that was written by Bryce P. Tetrader, who is the, I believe, CEO of all of The Onion, all of Global Tetrahedron, which is the company that owns The Onion. But let's give the article a quick look-see. Founded in 1999 on the heels of the Satanic Panic, growing steadily ever since, InfoWars has distinguished itself as an invaluable tool for brainwashing and controlling the masses. With a shrewd mix of delusional paranoia and dubious anti-aging nutrition hacks, they strive to make the life both scarier and longer for everyone. A commendable goal. Through it all, InfoWars has shown an unswerving commitment to manufacturing anger and radicalizing the most vulnerable members of society. Values that resonate deeply with us at Global Tetrahedron. This is the team up of the century. This is so funny. I am so excited to see what they do next. They've talked about very briefly what their plans are to do next, with one of their big plans being that they're going to be launching a show on InfoWars around January 2025 that's going to be essentially a parody of Alex Jones that just spouts absolute bullshittery, which honestly just means the show's going to stay doing exactly the thing it already did. But regardless, Alex Jones got mad because it's not his bullshittery, it's going to be the Onion's bullshittery, and so Alex made a post on Twitter, essentially just yapping for a few minutes about how he's not happy about this. I'm a bit of an empath, as you can tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:50 right now. I'm about to upload this to X. I just got word 15 minutes ago. The Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. They asked, did they outbid? They said, well, it was competitive. So they changed all the bidding rules, made it secret 2 days ago. I had a bad feeling I told you that.
It was a competitive bid, so clearly it was all a conspiracy. So you mean like an auction?
It's a total attack on free speech. The deep state is completely out of control. The private security hasn't even been told all this yet. They tried to tell them last time, the other U.S. trustee to shut us down on the court order. These folks said no. So this is all happening right now. This is the tyranny of the New World Order, desperate to silence the American people.
Alex, please clear your throat. Please. Please. It sounds like there's more phlegm in his throat than a Wild West spittoon. It's like a barrel. I don't know what's going on, but oh my God, please cough, clear your throat, or something. But also, I find it really funny the way he frames this, like this is an attack on the American people and not an attack on one guy who decided to say something stupid and then receive repercussions for his actions. You know, like how when a bad thing happens, bad thing happen. karma, I think. They call it that sometimes.
The mandate of Trump against all the lawfare, they don't care. So the system still thinks it's in charge. I'm going live right now from what probably will be the last transmission from this building. God bless you all for your support. Please support our sponsors so we get funds to stay on the air at the Alex Jones Network, thealexjonestore.com. Take action. I need your support. InfoWars is really the detonator for this whole global movement that's happening. Your support did that. You're the reason it's happening. You are the resistance. God bless and good luck.
Now, excuse me, that was a lot of buzzwords all in one place. Global movement, world order, fucking mandate of Trump, like mandate of heaven, like what's going on? I'm not in that level of brain rot yet. Alex Jones is way too many layers down and probably a few extra tabs of LSD as well. But regardless, this is an interesting situation because I don't see how Alex Jones could hypothetically fight this. He runs a show that I feel like in the very beginning, I'm saying this very loosely, had good intentions, because uncovering conspiracies within a government and the things the government does is a great thing inherently. Because the U.S. government, I don't know if you guys know this, is kind of evil and bad and also evil. And so, of course, maybe pointing out when they do evil, bad, and also evil things is a good thing. But then he seemed to have taken this turn. Maybe the one time he predicted 9/11 probably sent him down a weird rabbit hole where he's like, maybe everything I say is right. Maybe I'm a prophet. When in reality, he's just bald and angry. But as I was saying, I don't see a way where Alex could even fight this. Because the thing is, when this trade happened, it was to help pay for his $1.5 billion lawsuit. He has more debt than, like, if 5 people went to Harvard. That's insane. It's not like he can just summon more money to buy it back or just get angry enough that he turns red and then becomes an infinity stone. Like, there's no move here that he can make. So, realistically, The Onion owns InfoWars now, and I don't think Alex Jones is going to stay in it. He said that The Onion bought us, implying us is him and him is InfoWars, and so InfoWars is him in Onion. He's in an Onion. There's layers. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I think he might leave and try and start his own show. I know he has his main Twitter account called Alex Jones News Network or whatever the fuck, and he said he's going to start reporting from there too, although I've heard rumors that that might get bought too, which is really funny. If he gets bought off the internet because of a lawsuit, I feel like that's the craziest and also most deservedly way to go out. That was a word. Pretend that was a word, please. But anyways, that's about it for now. I'm probably going to hit the road. I appreciate you guys spending some time with me. I hope to get back into consistently uploading. It's just that college has been beating me to death, senseless, and also to death. But thank you, doo-doo shit ass, for this video idea, and also thank you guys for watching. If you have any things, takes, thoughts about this entire situation, let me know in the comments down below, and if you want to disagree with me, you're very free to. I'm down to have conversation. Like, don't get angry. Come in civilized, and I'll give you a kiss on the cheek, maybe. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you are new, and like the video if you liked it. And if you dislike it, hit the like button anyway. It's actually a dislike button. It's a secret. But thank you for being here, and as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And stick around before the deep state turns you into a gay frog with Trump's mandate of the Riz Sigma Ohio. I don't fucking get out of my video.